Well, now with the last Hell Priest down, and we're back at the Fortress of Doom, we need to read the codexes and put a stop to this the maker.
Overloaded your systems.
Uh-oh.
Has no control over it.
If you had let the culling continue, the human race you fight to protect would have survived. Now I will resurrect the icon of sin. He will devour Earth and leave your home world in ruins.
He's like, what?
Life on your planet shall
We faced the icon of sin before.
and this will be yet another world you brought to extinction. This stronghold will now serve as your prison. With no power, you can do no more harm to our mission, and we may continue the work that must be done.
Whoops. Well, the one thing she doesn't know that we have the crucible.
She didn't know you had the demonic crucible. The very power source you sought to eradicate from Earth is now what will help you save it.
The mission on Sentinel Prime was a success. The demonic consumption of Earth has been stopped.
Only a Slayer's crucible blade.
Now the flames are all red.
You must get to the Sentinel city of Nabad to retrieve your crucible before it is too late. Without it, the Titan cannot be stopped.
Setting the portal to Nabad.
We have some things to unlock though. So there real quick. Get the unlocks, read the codexes, dance. Do we need that? Yeah, might as well. We got like 8 batteries too. Get everything. Give me that. Give it to me, baby. I'm so glad though that we don't punch the drones. They don't deserve it. They're here to serve us. They're carrying these weapon mods so we can do better. We shan't hurt them. How many of these do we have? Damn. Really hoping for a whole show there. The secret up there. Like a wall, something we can break. No. Oh, there's the ruins down there too. I thought it was just the weapon mods. There's more. All we have left for these crystals are just the mark of the bloods. Dankeschön. Oh shit, I didn't see that. I thought that one was complete. Oops. It's gotta be a way, something. Ah. Oh, a little red button there. I'll see you. I'll see you. All right. Found in the final sin. No prime. Yeah, okay, so part 6 of the history of the Sentinels. Skill structure defined in. Unlike enemies of the past, we could not contain the demon emergent from the dark realm. The weaponry was not conjured from machine steel, but from the essence of their very being. The dark magic not known to us in our many conquests. Had we grown overconfident, our victories serving to dull our blade as we drink in the glory of our expanding empire? Lost, we knew not of how to prevail against this foe. The maker god stood perplexed, and our engineers and priests scrambled to find advantage in battle we were so desperately needed. Unknown to the enemy, we were pushed to the brink of defeat. Our god stood with us as we worked to find an answer. The Order of the Deeg were the first to unlock the mystery of these soul-foul creatures. The priests were able to capture several of the beasts and set about to identify the source of their power. It was then that the essence of the Dark Realm was discovered. Not wholly unlike our own, this power was a life essence that flowed through their twisted form and powered their attacks. It could be harnessed to power our own weapons, giving the Argenta the chance to combat the demons on even footing. The priests believed that with greater knowledge of the essence, we could discover the source and cut it off from the demons to strangle their armies from within, allowing us to regain advantage we required for victory on the battlefield. The Khan Maker gave us blessings to our majesty and directed the priests to delve deeper into the mysteries of the Scarlet Elixir from their demonic realm. From she saw only to return balance in our universe. Proper assimilation was required as hell stood beyond her influence. After a great effort, the priests discovered more than they had ever hoped for. They learned of the true nature of the demonic energy and how it could be strengthened, though skilled enough to harness its power. The energy coursing through the malformed bodies of our relentless enemies could be used to end life or to enhance it. The power to heal, to mend, immortality, knowledge, and enlightened faculties beyond our understanding. With the demon's life force in the skilled hands of the Sentinel priests and under the righteous gaze of the Khan Maker, our people would not only rise to victory over the unholy horde that clawed at our walls, we would move to a higher plateau of existence, ushering a new era of military science and industrial healing. No Sentinel would grow sick, no Maker would need to suffer the transfiguration that they so feared. All would be risen. None could ever oppose our peaceful ways and threaten our world again. true balance over hell and lead its legion, over space and time, in this world and others. We would dictate the order, united within the makers. So that bears the question too for me, is how far off does the story for Dark Ages take to the moment of their emergence? Because if they spent years, I could understand. It could be like decades. I was like, oh yeah, you know, they've been fighting it for 50 years, and then Samir did what he did to give the Doomslayer, you know, the Mark of the Beast, the power. Like, how far off? Wow, bot 7. Oh, then you got Valen, the betrayer. The Con Maker demanded a tithe of the essence, and driven by her desire, the priests submitted themselves to her will. The Order of the Deeg took counsel with the king, speaking only of the spoiled lands sure to be found through the cleft in creation, and the opportunity to purge the new invaders from Argent. We took the war to their cursed land, pressing through the gates of wizardry. There was one among us who seemed to know the true nature of these foul demons. It was the Outlander, the stranger who had come to us from places unknown. He who had survived in the front lines far longer than any Sentinel-born prisoner had before. His passion for battle against the vile horde was evident, his lust for their destruction matching our own. Through Argent remain a foreign land to him, his fervor caught the attention of inquisitors of the Sentinel Guard, some whispering a suspected allegiance he held in the secret with the demons. Silencing the critics, King Novik deemed him worthy of selection. Signifiers brought a commission to our king, and it was decided that he be lifted from the common rebel. Though no arena-born prisoner has ever been granted this honor, the Knight Sentinels broke tradition and deemed the Outlander worthy of training. A number of disciples grumbled and chafed at the barbarian present in their ranks. But in the war with the demons, all opportunities for even the slightest advantage were to be considered. As they witnessed the stranger spar with the hall masters, they found him an undying, unrelenting compatriot. This man was an outsider, friend to none, and yet rose each time he was thrown down to the dirt of the circle, battered and bruised, his brows stained with blood. He rose with grim determination for the chance to face his enemies in armed combat once again. Time passed as the stranger was instructed in the codified matrices of the order. The ancient lessons of of battle and brotherhood taught to all sentinels. He could sense the opportunity before him. Soon, all of hell would feel his wrath once again. Satisfied that he would not be a detriment to their prowess, the Night Sentinels grants him his wish. As they ventured through the Hellgates with the stranger in tow, they knew no rest, fighting in the unnatural elements and training under the blood moon of night. The stranger suffered exhaustion, wounds, and sickness, but asked for no aid and was offered none. 3 times the Night Sentinels ventured into the gate and back, and upon every return, the stranger strode more capable than before. His gait locked in step with the march of the Sentinels, a disciplined and now controlled lust for the demon blood ever present. The passing of years and numerous battles with the devils indentured the stranger to Argenta's mightiest warriors, and no longer did they condescend to him as a new-blooded conscript. For them, he had became a brother in arms, forged in war, an ally and a weapon. See that again, going at it. How long? They been fighting with hell for a century? You know, like, how long? Damn, fighting back. Because you have to think of it too. If it's a dystopian future within Doom, from the timelines at present from Doom 1 to 64, that he in 64 he stays in hell to keep fighting, but at some point he gets sent to Argenta. So like, is this somehow like 200 plus years later, you know? Crazy. As we warred with the beast, the Argenta society grew under the watchful eye of the makers and through the endless power of the essence. While our generals were consumed with an unholy war, our culture were marked by beautiful potion the enemies had provided us, a sweet elixir. It brought an immeasurable capacity and empowered us to reach farther into dimensions once thought to be beyond our grasp. Under the direction of the maker gods and the engineering of our high priest, our weapons blazed and our war machines stormed. The throngs of the populace drank deeply from the well of energy unveiled by the priests, but we of the Night Sentinels took no part in their abundance. Some of us whispered accusations and warnings against the manner of progress, but they were quelled, as it was not our role to dictate the future of our people, only to defend it. Oh, and that's us getting our little armor on. Part 9. As the Black Star ascended to its zenith, King Novik sat restless on his throne as the howling darkness began to assemble just beyond the mountain rise to the east. The blight came upon us in droves, flooding forth from the hellgates with merciless fury. They brought with them a monstrous titan, the Dreadnought, a beast who rivaled the stature and menace of even the mightiest ancestral. The grotesque giant laid waste to all before him. He, crushing in his path, this was the total demonic assault, striking at the heart of Argent as never before. How was it that the behemoth could pass through the demonic gate without warning? We would never know, though the Night Sentinels believed treason was at play. Caught off guard, the Night Sentinel scrambled late in defiance of the Titan and his horde, and it, with his coming to the holy city of Taras Nabad, prepared for judgment. With an onslaught of demons massed in the sprawling shadows of the abhorrent fiend, the city shook to its foundations. None were spared, save those that fled north. The vile swarm ransacked our temples and palaces, burning our towers and feasting on the cells of our clergy. The Night Sentinels rallied and held fast against the demons, though they were pushed back and corralled at the blood arena. As the dark of night descended, the swords remained potent and shred the enemy multitude with abandon. Amidst the unyielding ranks of the Sentinels, when all others' apprentices had fallen in battle, stood the Outlander. "Rip and tear," he roared. Ferocious in battle, the remaining conscripts of the arena stood in awe as they witnessed the beast who had held once rage within their very cells. Now armored alongside the shoulders of his sentinel brethren, he had risen where none of the others had before, a true-born sentinel fighter, the very best among them. But though the swarm fell before their assault, the Titan remained invincible, for none could be tamed the behemoth alone. In hours before dawn, as the Night Sentinels weathered in the relentless assault, the Outlander held his ground at the front of the gate in the northern bend of the castle. Seeing his unending vigor, Samir, Chancellor of the Mother God, hurried the Outlander away under the veil of secrecy, and reasons unknown submitted him to right untold. This was heresy, for Samir received no consent from the Khan Maker, nor did he receive her counsel. In the Chapel of Purity, the Outlander submitted himself to the divinity machine. Their Samir Maker, the Seraphim, known to us only as an aid to the Mother, blessed the Outlander with fierce speed and power to match his will. It was the method by which this transfiguration took place that was the most uncertain to us, For we were of the knowledge that the maker device bestowed onto Argenta so many generations ago was to be used by the priests only to find impurities among us. How could it be that the device was meant to coerce the sentinel breed of its contaminants, could then be to purify the Outlander's body and give rise to the one who led us into battle henceforth? What rose from the holy coffin on that faithful day was not the impure abomination the Covenant warned us of. The hero within would come to be known as the Great Slayer, the Time Walker, the Warrior Khan, whose fire sword would blaze forth a path for the just and cut through the demonic horde with a vengeance that only a God King could summon. He rose unbroken by the ritual, his eyes unburning with the Maker magic. He took the crucible in his hand, and the wraithfire leapt forth from the blade, as only it will when held true by a true sentinel warrior king. In our darkest hours, the Slayer has been chosen, defying tradition, our most sacred law, and the will of the great Khan herself. A stranger to our land, had been blessed with celestial might. Ooh-wee. Why we sit here? Why it's like an hour or so. We got all these codexes to read, all this lore.
This is the Resistance Network, broadcasting live from inside the Arctic safe zone. There was a Slayer sighting on Phobos.
Oh.
Eyewitness reports say that he was spotted inside a command center and then proceeded to fight his way through the mortally challenged and onto the deck of the BFG 10K. This can't be confirmed, but
this is true.
It was the Slayer himself who destroyed Mars in an attempt to stop the challenged from further advancing their position on Earth. We will post more information as it comes in. This is an ARC broadcast.
Terra's Nabad. The deaths of her priests, the blood ritual has been broken. The Khan Maker, desperate for a way to consume Earth, is attempting to resurrect the icon of sin under her command. Only the Slayer's crucible can stop the icon. To retrieve it, you must journey into your past, to the city of Terra's Nabad, where your legend begins. Good old beginning. We got codexes, ice bombs on demons, elemental kills. That's nice. That's not bad. Not too crazy. Damn.
Your crucible is still embedded in the Titan that attacked this Sentinel City. Your first battle against the demons in this world, where the legend of the Slayer began.
Whoop. Got a little codex too. All right. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm adjusting my headphones, thank you, asshole. Open the gates. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Got you read like a fucking glove, bitch. Read it like a book.
The great city of Taras Nabad, site of the first recorded demon attack in Argentanur. According to the Korax template, the city would have been lost had it not been for the arrival of the Slayer.
Oh. So if this was the first city attacked. I'm so confused. This is why I need like IE like dates. Because You tell me like stuff like that, I'm like, wait a minute, so how far off are the others? Like if the invasion of the Dark Ones happen, and then on the zenith it is like what are we talking date wise? Oh, BFG division, the best one. Oh. Where am I going? Where are you taking me? Where are we going? All right. We do have things to upgrade. So wait, I gotta kill Pinkies, right? Yeah. Holy moly. I always forget this sector. Wow. Wow. Can I grab you? Thanks. Oh hell no, where are you? Yeah, we are not. There you are. Where are you going? I want to talk. Piece of shit.
All that rage.
What do I say to that?
Couldn't save this world from itself. But this time Earth will be different.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing hearing that. This man couldn't save his world. Gonna save this world. Yeah, we're gonna save Earth. There we go. No way, because I didn't have a chainsaw. I would. Just because I didn't have it. Damn. Oh, hey. Let's do it again. There we go. It's like, where are you? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Hey, like Beetlejuice, like, hey, where'd you go? Oh, come on. Hope you like Italian. This mechanic's like the beginning mechanic for the Dark Ages. They're just getting us ready. Like, wait until when this came out, like 2020. They're just preparing us. Like, wait 5 years. You're going to be using it a lot differently. I gotta use your fists, but a blade, a sword, and a shield. They're gonna fight the demons. Excuse me. Grab that.
It is written that your hatred for the demons gave the people of Argent hope, as it does now on Earth.
Thank you. Jesus. Don't scare me like that, man. Come on. That ain't right. You get everything. Almost like we played it before. All right, let's read real quick. How many codex do we got? That's fine. So, Terra's Nabad. Gorgeous, stunning. I would love to see, just because I would love to see in like any games where, you know, a society is destroyed. I would love, like, I would love to see Rapture in its prime. I would love to be in a game of Rapture in its prime, not just seeing, you know, cutscenes, cinematics, and lore. Same thing with this. I would love to see with a Night Sentinels society before the demons rise. Like, they obviously, their society flourished. Just these certain games you would love to see before the destruction of them, and I'd say I'd put this in one of them. The city of Taras Nabad was the crown jewel of Argent Dinur. For centuries, it served as the spiritual heart of Argent society, home to both the royal family and the center of political power. No expense was spared in building the building of the city. Spare no expense. With bold colonnade architecture and towering monuments to gods and kings resplendent of every avenue, rural Argenta flocked to Taras Nabad on pilgrimage to the Maker temples. With the city was ground zero of the massive demonic invasion attempt, and although the invasion was thwarted, the attack changed Argenta society forever. That sucks. Oh, there's Abados. With the coming of the Slayer, the Night Sentinels took the campaign deeper into the heartland of the demons than ever before. The mighty Atlans were brought forth, tearing the paths through the hordes of hell alongside the Slayer of his army. The High Priests, under the guidance of the Mother God, had found means to gain entry of the innermost regions of the demon world. In the Deeg's presence, new gates could be opened. Our war machines were unstoppable, wrought with Maker technology, enhanced by the very essence of our enemies, hurled against us as our enemy armies drove deeper and deeper into the blood-drenched territory of the demons. Countless victories were assured with the power of the Slayer, for with the Alpha Intervector, at the fore of our pact, we brought certain doom to our foes. Although our hearts were pure and our purpose righteous, unbeknownst to the fathers of Argenta in our wake and under the veil of the secrecy of the Mother God, had set priests to build vast factories upon the heathen's land, that she might gather the essence of for further development. How this deception began, we would not know, for our focus remained on the hordes of the underworld. Why then would we stoop so low as to consider our Mother God the betrayer of our covenant? The con maker did not seem at ease with the unforeseen rise of our slayer, and the seraphim who had birthed the destroyer in secret soon vanished from Urdak, perhaps exiled from his heresy. Our legions rose unfettered under the unquenchable rage of the Doomslayer, and his design led the con maker to find profit in his endorsement. It soon became known that the Slayer was the Maker God's machine, a holy relic reborn, sent to bring the Maker's word to the wicked and smite those who seek to harm all who followed the path of Urdak. With the Slayer unwittingly cleaving a path for her, the Mother God siphoned the essence, processing it would beyond our knowledge. It fueled that would come to be known as Argent. The Slayer cared not for polity. He took no interest in the workings of others, but set his task only on his desire, the destruction of the demons in the world. He no longer spoke for reasons unknown, though it was understood that he still possessed the ability, offering only guttural hefts of anger as he inflicted pain upon his enemies. For years he marched with the Night Sentinels through the fires of demon lands, and every return to our homeland found much change to Argent and Nur. Should any blame be apportioned to the Sentinels, it is this. In our fervor, we were negligent of our people, and it did not see the rising tide of evil, our crusade in power. We knew only the enemy laid before us and the wealth of Argenta at our backs, and did not pause to seek the costs and methods of this process. Yeah, where's the power coming from? Are we safe? They're certainly being influenced by the dark one. Here's a divinity machine.
We must move quickly. There are those who would seek to stop this. I offer you a gift.
Meant as a gift, not a gift.
It will give you strength. Help you on your journey. And now, they will fear you.
That's some Captain America serum right there. The divinity machine. Within the infinite conscious matrix of the all-seeing Maker God mind, there exists every predictive variable of possible future timelines, each one known to the Maker, collective with omniscient, inextricable clarity. The God mind surveys those timelines, watching them form and expand exponentially like fractal patterns in the fabric of existence. Among these infinite possibilities, only one constant appears among them, unchanged by the flowing data of endless variability, that the prophesied destroyer, the one who would bring the destruction of the Makers. Ta-da! He is I, and I is him. Oh, okay. I'm mad at that too, I guess. Trying to shoot him. Don't have any to shoot with. Ding dong. Hello? Oh, great. Please. Oh, okay, don't let me grab it. I don't want to grab it anyways. Oh, hey, didn't know you were there. I'm telling you, that ballistics, like the air blasts, what it's called, fantastic. Once it's maxed out, it just instantly recharges if you hit directly. It's so clean. It's so nice. There you go, door open. So we're gonna drop down there, climb up, and then drop to the bottom. Damn. Ooh. The wild stretch. Oh, the last Slayer too. Probably the one thing with the future games, because they didn't really do it a lot in for 2016, and I would like it if they went back to that, is not giving us those damn cutscenes. Allow our eyes to see what's happening. Like, we understand it's a puzzle, we have the drain. We don't need to see a 5-second cinematic about a pool draining. It's just an unnecessary, I just feel like it's an unnecessary addition. Like, oh, we just did that. Oh, now I gotta stay here for 5 seconds just to see what I know is happening. If you don't know what's happening, and I think that's some other issues you gotta be like, asking yourself about. You don't understand the plot or like what you're doing right now, then I hate to break it to you, you might got other things going on. Let's go, Slayer Gate, time to die. Is that 3? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Oh no. Ooh. Ah! Get out of here, Whiplash! That was wild. I can't believe I just pulled that. Woo! That it? We do it? No, I didn't do it. Where's the last one? Oh. There's that little guy. That's the biggest threat of them all. That's the biggest threat. Oh no, careful, he might kill us. Might take us out. Oh, I didn't even grab the key. Damn, that would have sucked. This needs to look like the screen's tearing on it. How could you? Fuck you! Get out of my way! Oh my god, this is what I hate. I hate when this shit happens in this game. It's just there's no means of escaping or even shooting your way out because you're just being bodied by thick boys. And not the ones you're wanting in your room. Oh, wrong button. I'm losing everything. The Prowler Okay, the propeller was stuck. Got all the armor we need. What's going on? Oh, what the hell happened? We just glitched. I run around with no arms. This little gold skull. The beast of the mark of the beast. Well, I'll be damned. We're almost 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Damn. A long mission. I wouldn't be as long if I didn't have to read the codexes from the last one.
The Titan will rise again.
Part 11. And we're walking in your crotch. How you feel? Ad Victorian, brother. Eat little marauder. Hello? And just grab it? He had enough power and force to drop that little sword into that Titan and create that crevice there with just a sword. Sword and
Your vault should contain what
this unimaginable strength. Thank you. I needed a lot of ammo right there. Fuck. See, again, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. I hate it so much when it comes to that. Like, I'm on a grav lift, you fuckface. Get the hell off of me. At least I'm whooping your ass. I'm okay with that.
The world of Argentanur has fallen. Divided, the demonic energy flows now to the south, and the society you once knew has been replaced by a corrupted world under Maker rule. It did not need to end this way.
No, I did not. Chop it. Oh, I need a lot of ammo. Okay. Fuck you. Any more? Oh. Stomp. Wall there, Pinky. Get out there, buckaroo. You'll get your chance. Oh. I'm a man-made wiki. Yeah. We just need the last one, armor and ammo. And now, Codex. Hey. Yeah, as the Slayer and Night Sentinels battled the demonic hosts, their failure to act outside the confines of their duty allowed the rancor of the essence to grip the Argenta. It was on a mission deep within the boiling seas of the Nether Realm, where the Order of the Six reside, that a company of the Night Sentinels learned of the Con Maker's true dealings with the Callous Beasts. By Maker design, it was kept secret from the Sentinels and Argent people alike that the essence we had grown so reliant on during this war was comprised of the very spirit of our brothers and sisters who'd fallen to these vile creatures. The truth had been uncovered that all beings who found their end by the demonic horde would become a vassal of the hellscape, their flesh and time twisted into the very demons we fight, their souls extracted to recreate the essence that powered their world and ours. The victims were the enemies, and the enemies would become us. The soldiers stood in awe at the base of the factory, dedicated in such action, a place where the bodies of the slain were sorted and processed, tortured for the mill to have their souls extracted through their sinister magic. Enormous vats of pain and suffering, ethereal energy, the haunting sounds of the lost souls, awash in the eternity of servitude, transformed into energy to power the struggle against the dark realm and its malice. But worse than this grim reality was the discovery of the machinery which was used to innate the vile process of the fallen had been subjected to. For it was not by hoof and claw that this blasphemous technology had come to pass, but by the hands of the Argenta, guided by the Mother's God's desire. We had fallen deep within the grasp of the enemy. What we had fought against would not reveal itself to be true. As without countenance, we could hold no sway over the Argenta populace. Regardless, the honor of the Night Sentinels would have to hold up the verity of these claims. The Mother God could be our divinity no more. The secrets of and secret corridors and clandestine conference, the Night Sentinels would find these amongst them who similarly distrust the essence and had foretold the swelling corruption. Once the truth could be shared, the skeptics became a member of the Sentinel insurrection, and the breach between holy and unholy Argenta began to grow. And then the big war! The war! Hopefully we can possibly see. The truth could not be denied. The unholy spires raised the barren lands functioned by the blessing of the Maker machinery. The Khan had betrayed Argentinur and had made concert with the demons to harvest their essence, in return granting them access to all the worlds under her influence. A symbiotic relationship had formed, and darkness now had been balanced by the light. For where there was heaven, so there would be hell. The followers would be granted passage to Urdak, and the sinners would fall into the fiery pits of Dark Realm. This word would be spread from all cultures and all worlds and all places. We were not without blame, for it was our people, the priests and the Sentinel engineers, who laid the work in place. Argenta's slaves had built the dark factories, and our own ancient wraith energy helped purify the hell's elixirs into miracles fueled that now power the Maker's world on our own. The Night Sentinel spoke of the evil brought by the essence and carried their words to all who would listen. We had helped to create this dichotomy, and so it must be for the Argenta to stop the spread of this pestilence. This new phase of existence, the dark and light, if not for us, then for the innocents whose world have yet fall under the spell of the Maker God and her unseen alliance in the Hell's dimension. Even when the Sentinels return from the demonic realm with the tales of slave factories and damned souls of the innocent, the indoctrinated masses of the Argentinur took no quarrel with the Maker. They were indebted to the demon essence, the minister deliberating but finding no basis for change. The messenger were cast down for daring to speak against those who had gifted us so much of our gods. The Makers, in their infinite wisdom, would see fit that the faithful continued anew in Urdak. They feared the wrath of the Mother God, a lifetime of servitude, and would not be undone in this insurrection. This was simply another trial, a test of faith to identify those that were truly worthy to experience life eternal in Urdak. God damn, this is some scripture. The Argenta would not waver in their resolve. The Night Sentinels prepared for war once again, though the battle meant drawing blood of their own brothers. Our army had seen the work of the demons firsthand in this new evil. They had returned to the way of the wraiths, and though their armament was diminished without the essence, it remained pure and righteous. The division amongst the Argenta had occurred. One side stand in opposition to doctrine of the Makers, the other locked in belief. Ascended Empire was comprised of the faithful and misled, wielding the desecrated energies of hell. I was like, discredited? The powers of the Makers and the Marauders who had sided with the Khan, the Night Sentinels were bolstered by the free people of Argenta and mightiest of all killers, the Slayer himself. Plans and tactics were drawn. The Sentinels would close the Argenta energy factories in Necrovol, that which fed the world of Urdak directly with its supply of fresh essence. They would stop the flow. The slumbering wraiths would wake from their sleep and give Argenta courage. I don't really think so. Not really sure about that. Let me through. Aha. Open the gate. Here we are. The runic mark. This should give us power. I think it's his crucible too. It's got the mark of the beast. Oh look, another scripture. R12. Damn. Oh, that looks like a portal in a Beth. Good shape. For years, the Civil War raged and took its toll on the soldiers as their armies laid stained with the blood of their brothers on the accursed battlefield. Finally, an opportunity to end the war had been discovered by the Order Deeg and the Night Sentinels. With the Slayer at the head of their army, they gathered to traverse through the gate and sunder Necrovol, the city of the dead. The Order of the Deeg, the high priests who had pledged their allegiance long ago to the Night Sentinels, worked in service of our mission. Those holy priests who had served the Argenta since time immemorable, assured us that the way was clear. A plan was set to march into the accursed walls of Necrovol and smite the factories, cutting off the flow of essence to Urdak and denying the gunmaker of her prize. Our forces took a spear in hand and advanced. It is there that the venom of treachery struck. Upon entering through the Hell Portal, the Night Sentinels were scattered to the winds of unplanned chaos. Our warriors were separated, our ranks split as the gate twisted and hurled them across the unholy realm. Some of our warriors appeared near the gate they had walked before, but found that the vile priests had barred the way. Then the trap was sprung, and each lone Argenta fought himself set upon a bloodthirsty multitude of demonic beasts. Let it be known that it was not the priest alone who failed the northern armies, but one of the Sentinels' own. Hell found his weakness and exploited it to the demise of the Argenta. If not for the betrayer's stroke of madness, the race power would still be our own, and Sentinel flag will still raise above Argenta to this day. All because he wanted his poor baby boy. His poor baby boy who knew the stakes and was a warrior just like him. Brought upon the evil and corruption, made the deal with the con maker in order to save his son. Rip and tear. I would like, we don't need a cutscene for that. We really don't. Rage from Quake 2. Oh. Alright, I think for this one I need to slow time down. Am I lined up? No, right there. Oh, the gate was closed. The fuck did it be? Fuck you, bitch. Oh god, I need to. Yep. Oh, hi there, Codex. There you go. The 2 birds with 1 stone just knocked that out. Whoa, see, look at that. I'm literally, that's crazy. That's insane. Did y'all see that? That's wild. I'm slow motion. I'm dashing up, and just because I'm dashing up, it's already reading that I'm in this the position that I like was landing in. Dude, the reads in this are crazy. Who the fuck? What the fuck? My God, dude. All right, all right, all right. You're all a piece of shit. Okay. I lose my mind with the fact that I'm jumping and I'm shooting demons, and it's just the fact that I'm shooting you and like I'm jumping. If I don't like the movement in this game. I'm gonna point it out there, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for it. I don't like the movement in this game. I think having to rely on the dash and this timing crap is, it gets very frustrating really quick, and you get stuck in a lot of points because the demons in it just want to like predictability, like flank you, and it just doesn't become fun. It doesn't become fun. A lot of good key moments in this game, just not the movement. I'll take the movement from 2016, 1993, and probably even the Dark Ages when that comes, you know. Hate to say it. It's just I'm just not a fan. Scattered in hell, abandoned by the clergy and the reinforcements, the Sentinels proved their worth in what would be their final war with the forces of evil. Unrelenting power in the face of certain death, the Sentinels crushed hundreds of demons and skewered titans. When their Atlan held no more field, the Sentinels took to the ground and fought their swarm on land. All of hell knew of the betrayal, for it was without question the makers and the priests who had sowed the seeds of deceit long before the brave warriors passed through their gates. What hell saw that day was the beating heart of the free people of Argentina. They did not flinch in the face of their own certain death. They died as they lived, with the sword and shield in hand. Urdak too low a place to house such giants. Theirs would be the fate of warrior gods, remembered for all. Lord Sash, stalwart banner sergeant, was found with his war standard pierced through the throat of the beast. His body surrendered by the corpse of enemies. Roan the mighty, the light faded from his eyes, had eviscerated such a multitude that their entrails clung to the black rock like vines. Gore, relentless until the end, had broken his blade on the back of his foes, and by the time he fell had slain another 200 with his hands. The priests believed the sentinels all slain, but we are Argenta born to overcome. Rumors deemed heretical by the Order Deeg persist and claim that the Slayer himself still rages in the unholy realm. None who live can know, for the future of Argentinur has been bent and twisted by the perverted vision of the essence drinkers. Never again will the light of the race illuminate our world. All has fallen. If the Slayer does live, let him carry our vengeance forward. If he persists, let him wreak violence on those who had wronged us. May the blood of his sword never dry. May his war never end until the guilty have been punished. And may the evil never again spread its shadows over another world. And that's a lot you get to see, like in here, and when we get to Necrovol, but also in like 2016, just the demons and your Night Sentinel brethren, you know, welcoming you as you awaken the wraiths. Oh, everything. No, we're missing one because didn't want to drop for me. Jeez.
I'm sure you want to try out your weapon first before we leave.
Of course, need a little taste test. I like the way the sword sounds when you pick up the... Okay. Like, if you're not gonna grab, don't grab. It's like a pinball machine. About to say ping pong. Two different things. Two different balls we're playing with. Alright, I just need to get that last piece. Oh, okay. Stupid thing that I want to... Thank you. I missed the punch. Ha! Get it? We missed the punch. There we go. Terrace Nabad completes. Rip and tear, people. Rip and tear. That's a good mission. Pushing to bed. Challenges complete. All that complete. Oh, so close. So far. Oh, damn. Moving on up, aren't we?